Hey guys, how's it going today? So we're gonna look at ETP Metaverse. Do you guys remember Sven? You remember Sven on Metaverse's homepage? On their website there, where they had Sven and they had like 8 Chinese people and the one Sven, the Swedish guy, and then every single Asian person on their website had like a last name, right? You know, there's like a Janice, she, etc. And then there's just a Sven there, and he was I don't know, some engineer, and he had no last name, right? But now if you go to the Metaverse's website, there's actually only 3 staff on the team that you see, and there used to be 9 that we saw, but now there's 3, and it says now hiring. Interesting. But regardless, the charts speak for themselves, and we're going to take a look at them, and they're very interesting. So I have a blog version of this as well on steemit. You guys are welcome to take a look at that, and I really appreciate the support and the votes on there. And I'm going to be sure to release these technical analysis videos in a very timely manner. If you guys have noticed, since people have been making requests like Verge and Stellar, I've banged them out in the same day. So the goal is to have as many leads as we can, right? To keep up to date and to manage as many coins as we can. And you guys should definitely keep a spreadsheet of some sort that can manage these upcoming potential gains of yours, right? Rather than just sitting there and waiting and waiting and waiting, what a trader should be doing is they should be focusing on planning their entries, right? So they're trying to see what kind of patterns and trend lines, etc., can emerge from Elliott Wave and just from a combination of different indicators and analysis, right? And then we get an idea of where a strong support can be. And if we're entering a long position, then that's where we try to target our entry around that range. And we don't care about a few dollars here and there, especially as a swing trader, right? You know, there could be dips of plus or minus 10%, whatever. You just stick to your stop loss and you go from there. Metaverse has been a very interesting coin. It has had one of the most irregular charts that I have seen in a very long time, and it's nowhere close to consistent is what we can call it. But what we can agree is that there's a lot of potential for this coin, right? It is a contender for coins like NEO, and I remember the days when NEO was like under 5, when AmpShare was under $5, guys. It was like, whoa. I remember when NEO was $23 trading it there. And then it went up to 48, remember? Then it dropped down to like 37, 38 ranges, and we were all panicking and we lost money. All of us, I remember. And then now NEO's like over $100. And now you have to think of ETP as well, right? And what they're doing. I don't know a lot about the fundamental, but the charts seem to be going up and down to the point where there is a bullish market sentiment in general. And because of that, ETP also tends to find support when it reaches critical points. Now, first thing we should be doing is Elliott Wave or maybe trend line analysis. So there's many ways we can draw it. We can draw it like this, right? We can draw it like this as well. Either way, it's sloping. It's sloping. But if you draw on the bottom here, it actually makes a really nice support trend line. Every time we get to here, as soon as this one was formed right there, these ones bounced off of it like a champ, right? Now, if we actually went to a weekly one, watch this. We level it out here, and we actually made it like this. Look what it actually ends up making. These wicks that poke out of it are bull traps. Basically, they're bears who have control, and the bulls are just trapped there, right? Because they think that it's going to go long, but the bears are selling off to go into short positions. Now that, to me, guys, looks like an ascending triangle, right? We have to allocate some tolerance to bull trap, right? And if we wanted to even go higher there to get a better average, this would be a really good number. A good psychological number around 550. That would be, I mean, think about that number, $5.50. I can't double click on it for some reason. Oh, that's why, it's not a horizontal line. Well, that's so weird that I really can't change the coordinates of this. Anyways, No, I do want to have a line there because that's important. I gotta refresh the page. Usually you can double click on it and options come up. Hold on, I'm trying to get it up. Where is it again? ETP. There we go. So 5.5 is a very good psychological number. Every time we reached around this zone, the highest that we ever got was 613. And here we got this 625, 631, 625. So 631 is the all-time high. But around the 550 and up range is where it struggles a lot. So this video, guys, we actually have a chance to make some immense profits right now. Right now we see it kind of, it's about to cross over, right? The bearish MACD is about to cross over. We are getting like a shooting star on the daily already, and there's only about like 10 hours to go on the daily here. We are finding support here though, okay? We are finding support in this first region. I would consider this area right here, where the wicks are, the first area of support, because we're finding this main region up here as support, right? Yes, definitely. This area is support, and if we look at a different time frame, like the 4-hour, or not just the 4-hour, but like here, we see good support regions, like not just here, but we see it around here as well as a resistance, right? So now we're seeing it here as well right now. Now, if this fails right here, then we move to a different level of support, down to over here. So now the question is, will this go sideways a little bit, right? Where it'll hit it, say, over here. If it does, then this area gets extended, right? And we find support, say, the lower ranges right here. Because I do think we're going to make a touchdown here. Or is it going to move down a little bit heavier? So these are the two things that you guys need to watch out for. And if it moves down a little bit heavier, we might hit the lower range. So either way, we have this entire range here as the support for now. It's just a matter of how far does this get extended. This one was extended quite a bit, right? And then it dropped, so it might extend a little bit as well. But either way, guys, this is forming right now into a symmetric triangle that's about to break out. And then if we look at long-term targets right now, if we took it from the, even a very conservative one, to the top of here, and we're not going to count those flash crashes, we're just going to take like an average of what over here, right? And we unlock the scale, zoom out. Like for wave 3, for example, no, we're going to take the average, like right around here. We're still looking at a pretty ridiculous target, guys, like long term, just based on how everything is, when it does break out of this triangle right here. Okay, like there's no doubt that this is going to break, right? It's going to break up, no doubt it's going to break upwards, but just based on how it's looking right now, where it's finding support along this trend line specifically, and it bounces, it's going to hit one of those regions that I was talking about down here. And you guys should also go to your chart, right? I know I don't mention numbers much, but you guys should be going to your charts if you want to get better at this. You go to your charts and you draw in these trend lines and these support lines and the resistances that I'm drawing in here, and you see if you can make sense to it for yourself, right? That's why I don't say a lot of the numbers here. I don't look at the numbers a lot. The numbers are really irrelevant to me, to be honest. I don't care what price it is, what it really is at. I just care about what the candles are doing and what the patterns and the candles, etc., and the trends are doing. And then when it gets to that region, and then the price will interest me, right? It's got to first of all fit the criteria of my entries, which is it's got to bounce off of something, or pretty much that's the criteria. It's got to bounce off of something, right? It's going to bounce off of something. If you're going up, you want to find the bottom. If you're going down, then you want to find the very top. So essentially, you are looking for a bounce. The only question is, where's the bounce going to be? Is it going to be this region once again because it goes, slightly sideways, or is it going to go down very hard and then hit somewhere this region here? So we are looking anywhere, you know, we might get massive wicks poking through it. But basically what I'm trying to let you guys know is that along this horizontal line right here, or not this horizontal line, but this trend line right here is a very, very strong buy zone in the future. Okay, let's just assume symmetry right now. You guys know what I mean. I can't tilt it here that well, but along this zone right here. You guys like that? Look at me, I'm a fish. I'm a seaman. I'm sorry, guys. I hope you guys did not hear what I just said there. Okay, so along this line here, it's got eyes. Look at this, it's got eyes! Oh my goodness! So along that zone right there, right? So if we look at the slope of that area where it first hit the line, it's something like that. And if we look at the slope of here, just generally speaking, well, that's the first bottom actually, I should be fair. You know, it's somewhere gonna range. It's gonna range somewhere in here. So I'm just waiting for when it gets to touch this line right here. Now let's just say it gets to touch like at, I don't know. I want to get in under 350. That's what I know. Let's say you even get in at 350, okay? Let's say you got in at 350, where it takes a few days, like the end of January to reach here. Or, okay, not 350, that's a little bit extreme. Let's say it does go down to 325 again, okay? 325. You guys decide where your stop loss is. It's up to you. I'm no financial advisor in any way. These are just my plans, and I'm just talking about what I see on the charts. So you set some stop loss that makes sense. You know, the risk to reward really does matter, but you don't want to have a risk to reward where you can win 40% and you can lose 40%. That's also like crazy, right? So you want to keep your tolerance for loss slightly acceptable as well. So maybe if entered there, I'll keep my my stop loss like super tight. I'll keep it under $3, right? I'll keep mine under $3 right here, and I will shoot for 550. I will shoot for 550, and then I get myself a ridiculous risk to reward ratio. A ridiculous risk to reward ratio of 9.16. I can even get like a 10%, up to 10% loss. And now I get a risk to reward ratio of 6.91. So the point of this video is not to say buy right now, guys. It's going to get to that price. The point of this is to say that we have a very solid support trend line that has been established already, right? And we do see signs of a downtrend right now. Like I know that all the charts looks like it wants to curve right now, but it's going to take a while, guys. It's going to go up once and it's probably going to come back down, right? I mean, if we take a look at here right now, it might very well just make a curve like this one upwards, right? And go a little bit. It might go up to even 420 or something and then come down right now. But right now as well, I have to emphasize, okay, that in general, it does look like it is going to go up, right? But this one looks like it might also curve back down because it has trouble breaking here. So I do want to say that we might get a slight bounce up here, you know, to the 420 ranges. Don't forget that, to the 420 ranges. But I'm not willing to play this risk to reward right now when it still looks like there's a shooting star here, and it's a very bad daily candle right now. So I don't want to play these positions, right? So yeah, it's up to you guys to evaluate, but the daily, you know, it's about to cross over here on the MACD and come down a little bit more, right? This is the sign that gives it away for me. It even went into the negative for the histogram already. So I don't want to play these. I would rather keep my chips off the table right now and my money off the table, and then just add it to my tracker to one of the ones where it's a really high probability play, right? Like entering somewhere, you know, just something like that, for example, and just waiting a few days, maybe until the end of January. It's only like 2 weeks away for a chance to win 71, 72%. Yeah, that's going to be pretty worth it to me with a risk to reward of 7 to 1. Yeah, this is something that I'm definitely going to be interested in a few days to a week or two. Think about that, guys. You put in $10,000 and you get $7,000 with very little risk because this support trend line has been established already. Right? This support is so strong, guys. It is incredibly strong, if you've noticed, and as strong as this resistance right here. But all in all, guys, we see it wedging into this shape right there, right? All in all. And guys, long-term targets, like I mentioned, long-term targets, we'll start it from here to here, and we'll take an average, like right there. Long-term targets, at least $6. $6.44, and longer term target than that, $9.17. 648, 648 and 917. That's right, you guys heard me, okay? So those are my thoughts right now. I'm gonna keep an eye on somewhere between the $3 and under 350 range specifically, right? If it even gets there, I'm going to expect a small bounce right here to go upwards to the 420, but I don't want to play these ones because it's not that big of a range, right? And then who knows? It might even go up a little bit. It might even go up. It might even break out. You never know. Like, it might literally just break out and just go up, right? And not stop. That's a possibility as well, right? But me specifically, what I want to do is I wanted to touch this one more time to get into a very good risk to reward ratio. So these are my thoughts on ETP, right? And I also want to say one thing as well, that hold on, I'm gonna go to it. That these are basically 5 waves up over here that you count already, and it's just creating these corrective patterns down already. And if this was even wave 1, that some people would argue, and that's wave 2, and that's wave 3, right? If it's going up like that, well, this one's retracing a lot already into the territory of wave 1, much more than I like. And that would discount it as a wave 4 possibility. Because if it was a strong motive wave, and this was indeed wave 4, well, why the heck would a wave 4 want to retrace all the way down to 786 if it was that bullish? So I can't help but think that it's still the corrective pattern. So I'm going to actually, I might even keep an eye on here if I do get signs of more bullish divergence. Like, despite all these indicators looking like it's going to curve up and just explode right now, we have to keep in mind that the daily is important, okay, guys? The daily is super important. It might just squiggle. Look at here, it crossed over, right? But it didn't really go up. It just went down a little bit, and just, it went down until it hit the trend line over here, right? So here it's kind of in a similar fashion as well. And on the 5-minute, we're not getting into incredibly bullish zones right now, right? Like, I'll show you guys what bullish is. Even on a 15-minute chart, for example. This is what bullish is on a 15-minute chart, where we're getting into ridiculous zones of like 80, 90s, right? Those are strong uptrends here as well, right? We're getting into even higher 85s, super high regions. Now, if we look at where we are right now, okay, do you guys see at all? And I am looking since January 5th for the past 5 days, where it barely peaked even over 70. Exactly, right? You don't really see it peaking right now. So how can we assume that this is an uptrend right now? All we can see is that it's got sort of semi-support, but what I see more than anything is that it's forming a bear flag consolidation right here. A bear flag consolidation, right? Where it's going to go A, B, C, D, and this might even be it right here. So who knows? We're just going to sit tight, and we're going to wait, and we're going to hope that it gets to a little bit of a lower one, a lower price, and then we're going to buy, and we're going to time our entries extremely intelligently and play and exercise patience, guys. You guys just do the math with this, okay? Even if it hits down here somewhere and you got in, I know that seems crazy to say that, oh yeah, it's gonna hit. Well, I bet you up here when people were like, oh, it's at $4.60, it's never gonna hit, $2.30 again. I bet you people thought that. I bet you when it was all the way up here at $5.84, people never thought it would actually hit $3 again, right? So you guys got to keep an open mind always right now. And also, if we count 5 Elliott like A, B, C, that's almost done. Or could this be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correction down? So, I'm going to look for under $3, like I mentioned. This is like $3, or sorry, under $3.50. I'm going to keep a close eye on it and look for signs of reversal. Here's $3 range. Like, here's about the $3 range right there. But if it goes sideways, you might get in at, say, I don't know, a little bit higher than that. But under 350, ideally, is what I will definitely keep an eye on, and you guys should as well. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget, guys, 550 is a big number as well. If you guys enjoyed this video, there's a blog version as well in case you don't want to watch the entire videos or listen, right? I have it on steemit. I'd really appreciate for you guys to take a visit there, and I hope I've earned the consideration for you guys to ask or to upvote it as well. I learned that from Hygiene. It sounds so polite. Anyways, yeah, I love Hyjin. Him and I like have started talking. Do you know he actually follows me? He follows like 20 people, and I'm one of the people he follows. I took a break in December, right? And Hyjin, he exploded, right? And he's got a lot of good ideas. So you guys are gonna be seeing a lot of him and I from now on. So, and other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. You know, if you guys enjoy these videos, upvote it on steemit, and like, subscribe, share on YouTube and on Twitter. I have a lot of good tweets on Twitter as well, where I try to inform people of things that are oversold or overbought, etc. Right? Just to have more eyes out there in the play field, right? The more it's kind of like just information in general, and we're just sharing it, so it's a good place to be. And I also got a dog, Luna. You guys know her. If you guys love her and you guys want to donate to the community or something and to her cryptocurrency piggy bank, you guys are welcome to. If not, you guys, if not, don't even worry about it. Don't ever feel bad. Other than that, have yourselves a great day, guys, and thanks for watching the video. Bye now.